Hey everybody, it's Tia and Tofu. Welcome to our channel. Are you ready for some super fun stories? Today we're going to share the top 5 moral stories for kids. Yay! These stories are not only fun to listen to, but also teach valuable lessons that can help us become better people. So get your favorite snacks, get comfy, and let's jump right in. Once upon a time, high up on a mountainside, there was a shepherd boy watching over a flock of sheep. It was a very important job to keep the sheep safe from wolves. One day, because he was bored, the boy decided to have some fun. "Wolf! Wolf!" he cried, pretending a wolf was attacking the sheep. The villagers heard the boy's cries and came rushing up the hill to help. Can you imagine their faces when they reached the top of the hill, all out of breath, only to find the boy laughing? "Ha ha, fooled you," he said. The villagers were upset. They told him it was wrong to tell lies. But the boy didn't care, and a few days later, he did it again. "Wolf! Wolf!" he shouted, even louder this time. Again, the villagers ran to help, only to be tricked a second time. Now the villagers were really cross. They warned the boy that if he cried wolf again, they wouldn't believe him. Then one day, a real wolf appeared. The boy was terrified and ran around shouting, "Wolf! Wolf! A real wolf this time, please help!" But no matter how loud he cried, no one came. The villagers had heard him crying wolf too many times and thought it was just another one of his silly tricks. And so the wolf ate all the sheep, and the boy learned a very important lesson that day. Always tell the truth. Once upon a time, in a field far away, there lived a speedy hare and a slow, steady tortoise. Now, the hare was very proud of how fast he could run. He would often tease the tortoise about being slow. "Oh, tortoise, you move so slowly like a snail with a house on its back," the hare would say, laughing. One day, the tortoise decided he had had enough of the hare's teasing. "Hare," he said, "I challenge you to a race." The hare was so surprised he started laughing. "A race? A slowpoke like you racing me? You must be joking." But the tortoise was serious. "Let's race to that tall oak tree over there," he said. And so the race began. The hare, being super speedy, zoomed ahead, leaving the tortoise far behind. He ran so fast that he decided to take a nap under a shady tree. "I have plenty of time," he thought, "that tortoise will never catch up." Meanwhile, the tortoise, slow and steady, kept going, never stopping, even once. He just kept his eyes on the finish line. After a while, the hare woke up. He looked around for the tortoise but couldn't see him. That sleepy tortoise, he must still be way back there, he thought, and started running again. But when he reached the finish line, guess who he saw? The tortoise. The tortoise had already won the race. The hare couldn't believe it. He had lost to the slow and steady tortoise. From that day on, the hare learned his lesson. Slow and steady wins the race. A mighty lion was sleeping soundly in the jungle one day when a tiny mouse scurried across his paw. The lion woke up with a roar and trapped the frightened mouse under his giant paw. "Please," squeaked the little mouse, "don't hurt me. I didn't mean to wake you up." The lion, being the king of the jungle, laughed at the mouse's plea. "What can a tiny creature like you do for me?" he roared. The mouse, though scared, gathered all his courage and said, "You never know when someone might need a little help. Even a small creature like me could be useful someday." The lion chuckled at the thought of the mouse ever helping him, but decided to let the little creature go. "Fine," he said, lifting his paw. "Off you go, but don't ever disturb my sleep again." A few days later, the lion was caught in a hunter's trap. The rope net was strong, and the lion roared in anger and frustration, unable to free himself. The little mouse, hearing the lion's roars, came rushing to help. He saw the lion trapped in the net and quickly got to work, gnawing at the ropes with his sharp teeth. "Don't worry, lion, I'll get you out of here," squeaked the mouse. Strand by strand, the mouse nibbled away at the rope until finally, snap! The net fell apart and the lion was free. The lion was amazed. The little mouse he had spared had saved his life. From that day on, the lion and the mouse became the best of friends, proving that kindness is never wasted. On a bright sunny day in a field full of flowers, an ant was busy working hard, collecting food for the winter. He carried heavy grains of wheat on his back and forth to his anthill. A grasshopper saw the ant working so hard and started laughing. "Why are you working so hard on such a beautiful day, ant?" he asked. "Come sing and dance with me. There's plenty of time to gather food later." The ant, wiping the sweat from his brow, replied, "I'm preparing for the winter, grasshopper. When the cold wind blows and the ground is covered in snow, I'll have plenty of food to eat. You should do the same." The grasshopper laughed again. Winter is so far away. There's plenty of time to worry about that later. For now, let's enjoy the sunshine. And so, the grasshopper continued to sing and dance all day, while the ant continued to work hard, gathering food for the winter. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. Summer ended, and the leaves on the trees started to turn golden brown. One morning, the grasshopper woke up to a chilly breeze. The ground was covered in frost, and winter had arrived. The grasshopper shivered in the cold. He had no food and nowhere warm to go. He remembered the ant and how hard he had worked during the summer. He went to the ant's anthill and knocked on the door. The ant opened the door, surprised to see the grasshopper. "Hello, grasshopper," he said. "What brings you here?" The grasshopper, cold and hungry, said, "I have no food or shelter, ant. Can you please spare some food and let me stay with you until winter is over?" The ant, being kind, shared his food with the grasshopper and gave him a warm place to stay. The grasshopper learned a valuable lesson that winter. Hard work and planning for the future are important. One hot summer day, a hungry fox was wandering through a vineyard. He was tired and thirsty and hoped to find something juicy to eat. As he walked, he spotted a bunch of ripe, juicy grapes hanging high up on a vine. "Wow," thought the fox. "Those grapes look so delicious, perfect for a hungry fox like me." The fox jumped and jumped, trying to reach the grapes, but they were just too high. He tried standing on his tippy toes. He even tried to climb the vine, but nothing worked. Those grapes seemed impossible to reach. After trying for a long time, the fox was exhausted. He sat down under the grapevine, feeling disappointed and frustrated. He looked up at the grapes one more time and said to himself, "You know what? Those grapes probably aren't even sweet. They probably taste sour anyway. I don't want them." And with that, the fox turned up his nose and walked away, pretending he didn't even want the grapes anymore. Thanks for joining us for these awesome moral stories. We had so much fun sharing them with you. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to our channel for more fun and educational stories. See you next time. Bye!